I finished many fights early because I have prepared for the full distance. This is no different. I am prepared to go to full 12 rounds with this man, but I am also prepared to knock him out in 10 seconds, and it would not surprise me if that happens. So it wouldn't be the first time.
It wouldn't surprise you if you would knock him out in 10 seconds? 10 seconds into the fight.
It would be my third fastest KO in my career.
And you think that's a realistic possibility?
I believe so. Size, reach, power, precision, all in my favor. I hit you, you fall.
A broken man.
What was your message to him on the stage there after the weigh-in?
He can't keep up with me in my pace. No way. I'm gonna run through him.
How do you think this fight will go? Tell the world how you think this fight will go.
What? Knockout. He's gonna be stiff. He's gonna go like this, and then he's gonna hit the floor at 100 miles an hour, like they all.
You would care to? First of all, I would prefer back.
Down in the history books, Conor.
That's me.
That's
What do you say?
I am down in the history books. I'm going down in the history books. I've dominated the UFC, and I will dominate boxing also. It has never before been done, so that's where I'm going, down in the history books.
I mean, I ain't never known a man to make hundreds and hundreds of millions that's a loser.
How are you feeling right now? What is your prediction leading towards? I believe you'll be unconscious inside 1 round.
If we were to get it on, I would most certainly dismantle him also.
Oh, wow.
You're not excited by all this. Don't act like you're not excited by all this. He's a sick of the boxing game, you know it. He's a sick of everyone in the boxing game. Same shit, same boring shit. You are all highly excited by this on the boxing side. So I just want to say to all the boxing, it's okay to love me as much as I love me. It's okay.
If you lost, I'm a 49-0?
I'm gonna walk out that ring with my head high.
Not what other mixed martial artist is there like me? I'm not. He'd need to reincarnate Bruce Lee, and that would be the only person he could bring in that could mimic me of what way I'm coming at him. So I am not like any other mixed martial artist. I'm not like any other boxer. I am in a league of my own, so I will prove that August 20th.
Cracked him with the left hand, and I saw him in a bit of panic, but he stayed very.
Nice to see that. Conor, going back to the Mayweather fight, the stoppage, in your opinion, now you've watched it back, was it early? Would you prefer to have
Adelaide Board's husband, Robert Board. That's all I'll say on that.
Right.
That's her husband. When we came face to face, and we went and we done the rules thing, when Floyd was here, I was here, the ref was here, he was only staring at me. And I'm looking at him staring at me, and I'm like, I could see in the peripheral of my vision that he was just looking at me and he wasn't looking at Floyd. I was almost going to say, he's fighting as well, mate, give him the fucking, give him a rules meeting. You know what I mean, what's going on there? Every time we tied up, he literally wrestled me off him. So, I don't know, fuck, it is what it is. I knew I was not gonna get a fair shake out there. I thought it was an early stoppage. How the fuck can you stop a fight when there was no knockdowns or nothing previous? The round before, I almost had him dropped. I hurt him to the body. I hurt him to the body the round before. So how the fuck can you, like round 10, then stop it like that when there's a first sign of a wobble? Nah, man, you've got to let these fights go on. So.
Problem. We don't know what's next. I have titles to defend as well. I deserve to see the scorecards there. I think it was very close. 5-4, and then he was winning the 10th. I think 4 rounds, and then he had 5, and he was winning the 10th, and it stopped early enough. Like, tell him to look. Even the referee, when he came into the blade and dressing room, I can wrestle in clinches all day, or wrestle in grapples all day, and I was like, mate, what are you even mentioning that for? Like, it's like, and he was looking, when he was giving the instructions, he was looking right at me. I want a clear fight, and I was almost, before we started the fight, I was almost going to say, mate, he's in the fight as well. Because he was hitting me when we were tied up as well. But I thought the ref did a great job from letting the fight play out. I just think the stoppage was a little early. Let me go out with my shield. Let me go down. You know what I mean? There was what, a minute left, 50 seconds left. Look very, very closely before you stop a fight of that magnitude. Not rattled once. So what can you do? In a way, I'm happy for him. 50, you know. You know what I mean? They rolled in and took the belt and took the money belt and all the things called. What way would that have been? So, what can you do? Fair play to him. I'll take my hat off to him every day. He was composed. I don't think he was as Single shots, good straight right hands to the body. But I had him early rounds, I thought, and then whatever. It's his composure that won him that fight, and his experience. So hats off to him.
Is this the most you've enjoyed yourself in your fighting career?
Man, I enjoy fighting. Period. All fights. I love fighting. I don't think. Have you interviewed me after a fight? I love a good knock. That was a good knock with a good, solid competitor. That's it. I was like, fair play to you, kept composure. I thought I had you in the early rounds, but you kept smart, you kept composed, and you took me out towards the end. Fair play to you. But when I took you back in that first exchange, it would have been over there and then. That's the truth. Like he was throwing his right hand, he threw his right hand, and then he'd leave his frame here. And when his frame was on me, I'd peel and get.
Joined now by UFC President Dana White, who's currently in Vegas before taking off to Dallas for UFC 211. And Dana, this past weekend, you said you lost your September 16th date for a fight between Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. When's your next target date for that?
I don't have a targeted date for that now. That was the date that we were shooting for, provided we could get the deals done. And, you know, we're not even that far along in the process, so I guess I don't need to worry about the date anymore.
Okay, well, if a date can't be arranged in 2017, do you think there's any chance we see Conor fight in the UFC this year at all?
Yeah, Conor wants to fight. Conor wants to fight Floyd. Conor wants to fight twice this year. So, you know, we'll just have to see how this thing plays out.
Okay, well, a superstar showdown. A lot of people are very excited for that. Now, talking about timelines, last month in Buffalo, you did say we could expect a date for the return of Georges St-Pierre within about a week. Any update on that front?
Nope. Obviously, I was expecting him to fight this summer. That is not the case, so we'll see what happens. I know he recently came out and said he'd like to fight in November. You know, I like Georges St-Pierre. He's a great guy. You know, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. Well, to some other Canadian news, the UFC recently announcing UFC 216 would be held in Edmonton. What made you choose Edmonton for this year's lone Canadian pay-per-view?
Well, listen, you know how I feel about Canada. I've said it a million times. Love it up there. Some of the greatest events we've ever held have been in Canada, and it's time for Edmonton.
Time for Edmonton. Love it. Now, looking ahead to this weekend, you have heavyweights in the main event. Stipe Miocic versus Junior Dos Santos. Dos Santos won their first match. That went 5 rounds. You expecting a similar slugfest this time around?
I don't know. It's interesting. You know, Stipe Miocic is a completely different fighter now. Since losing, you know, a close decision to Junior Dos Santos in their first fight, he's gone on and knocked everybody out. He won the world title by knockout and defended it by knockout. I think Stipe Miocic is a completely different fighter, and I don't see this going to a decision again. We'll see what happens.
All right, a busy weekend ahead. Dana, enjoy UFC 211. Thanks so much for this.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Conor McGregor. Conor, did you quit, you little bitch?
Yes, it hurt.
Floyd better hope he don't run into Conor on the street. Let me tell you what, Conor, not only will Conor kick his ass, he'll kick the shit out of every one of his security guards too. So, 100%. 100%. I would love to be there when Floyd tries to slap Conor McGregor.
Well, he is scared shitless. If I decide to just fight him straight up, fuck the UFC, fuck MMA, fuck boxing, fuck sports fighting. Let's just say we fight. It'd be the easiest fight, you know what I'm saying? It'd be the easiest fight ever.
Dana White, I like Dana White. I don't have anything against him. But I can remember Dana White used to hang around me and Jeff Mayweather and carry my bags.
Yes.
I remember Dana White, you know, I remember you used to carry my bags. I remember Dana White, I showed you love.
You did.
You had the little Bullenbizer patch I wore on my trunks for you, Dana. I've always been good to you. But then all of a sudden he cut his head bald, and he's such a tough guy. He's such a tough guy.
49-0, never been knocked down, never been knocked out.
I know every single shot he's been hit with. I know every single shot he's been hurt with. I know southpaws have caused him a hell of a lot of trouble. I know everything.
I'm fucking McGregor up too. What punk ass McGregor? I'm slap McGregor. I'm gonna slap the shit out of McGregor when I see him.